week's episode of txtNationTV, episode number 21. My name is Rusty G.
I'm Alan.
And this week, that's right, number 21, we can go out and do stuff.
Yeah. Let's get it started.
All right. So this week, actually, this past week, I'd like to thank all the viewers we are over 250 views on our last episode. That is amazing, awesome. So thank you very much for those people. I don't know what it was that hit, but hey, thank you. So watch, subscribe, do whatever. We'll come subscribe to your show. We'll see what's going on with you, see what's out there. So
yeah, show the love.
This morning, though, Nokia hit our news ticker as crazy. It looks like Nokia has announced their new phones. It's the Lumia 800, which is their Windows version of the phone, and Nokia N9, which is the Symbian version of the same phone. They're built basically the exact same. I'm not going to show the full video, but you'll see right now as it's playing, you'll see the making of the N9 that kind of went viral this past week. You can see as they, metal out. And
it's a very clean operation.
Yeah, I would say
I couldn't work in that plant at all.
you'd get frustrated.
Yeah,
but
there'd be a lot of broken Nokia parts flying around.
Yeah, they'd have to, cycle out a lot of those. But anyway, you'll see that video. I would say it's probably very similar to the way iPhones are probably made. They're probably machined out in metal or whatever it is, the antennas. So I mean, it's cool to watch and see how a cell phone's made. But take a look at the new phones that they announced. You'll see here on the left-hand side, you will see the Windows Phone, which we all know what Windows Phone. It's now Mango now. Windows 7.5, I believe, is what it is. And on the right, you will see the Symbian version. There's a couple differences, though, between these two. The one on the left, which is the Windows Phone, comes with a 1.4 gigahertz Qualcomm processor, which is amazing because that now kind of steps above as far as specs are concerned. If you're concerned about specs, that's a 1.4 gigahertz processor, which is, last week we were talking about 1.2 with the Galaxy Nexus and whatever the other phone was, the Motorola Droid Razr. The one next to it, the N900 or the N9 that you see, only a 1 gigahertz processor. So
loser.
Yeah, exactly. But it's Symbian, so Nokia is still trying to keep it alive. I remember last year they were giving away like $1 million for building Symbian apps and things like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know where you're going with that, Nokia. We'll see what happens. But yeah.
Everybody's listening.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
And you can bring back Snake.
I remember playing Snake on the... Okay, never mind. Anyway, that's a whole other story. But you actually just talked about this to me a few minutes ago. We want to talk about this. I didn't get a chance to read anything about it, so you know more about it. So take it away.
Well, Unthink, as they call it now, the not another social network. So basically what it is this mom, who apparently had a lot of time on her hands, her son wanted a Facebook account. I forgot what his age was, maybe like 12 or something, not a teenager yet. And he wanted a Facebook account. She read the terms and conditions, and as you know, with Facebook now, advertising pretty much owns the game. Even if we hold up a Coke can,
you can be put in.
You can be tagged.
Yeah.
So she decided, well, I want to create a social network that I can control, or we, the user, can control. So she developed Unthink. And what I think their plan is pretty much global domination of all your social networks, which I'll get into that. But she's already got $2.5 million investment into it.
Wow, that's a tall order, though. That's a really tall order to take over Facebook.
Yeah. They're called Unthinkers. That's their users. As you can see, I'm not too impressed with it right now. Let's see what she said. On Unthink, data isn't sold to brands. Instead, the users have a chance to sponsor their page by the way of an ad dubbed, and I hate this, lowercase I endorse. That's what she calls it. The idea is that a user will select a brand they feel comfortable with, and then they'll become an advocate for that brand. So that's kind of cool, like, hey, I drink a lot of Coke.
So you're a street team member.
Pretty much. This is
for whatever.
This is where she's talking about taking over the other networks. This is where it gets into the Groupon category. If you don't know what Groupon is, you sign up and every day they send you a daily deal through a business that they've developed a relationship with to get a discount on that item.
Right.
So this way you can develop a relationship with, like I said, with Coke, and maybe Coke will say, okay, you've got our banner on your page, here's $1 off a 6-pack or something like that.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You can opt out of doing that. They said in the terms, and you have an option to pay for the service instead, which is $2 a year. I still don't understand that. Why would I want to pay if?
Yeah, I can see it's one of those things of if she can't make it work because of advertising, maybe that she could still have her back-end users paying for. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Weird.
So now we're investing into Unthink right now is what I'm seeing. So we're not owners, we're investors as well. And your profile page is developed into 4 sections. Here's where you start to break down and know that she's trying to take over everything. The top section is called your public microblog. I hate that word, microblog.
That's a Twitter service.
But that goes into taking over Twitter because that's where you see your friends. Which
that stupid ticker on Facebook.
Yeah, which Facebook is added right over here. That thing right there. The middle is your social section, which is Facebook. You know.
Your news feed.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going over here. Whatever.
Check in.
Third is your lifestyle section, connecting you with brands, which that goes into the Groupon category. And the bottom section is your professional section, which I haven't talked about yet, which is trying to get into the LinkedIn.
Okay, trying to take over the LinkedIn social network. Okay.
That's a tall order. I mean, even now, can we pull up?
Yeah, that's what I was just showing a second ago.
Unthink.com right now is over capacity. So it sounds like a good idea, but does she have the server space for this?
Yeah, it looks like Mom didn't think ahead and Unthink having server capacity because obviously we can't pull it up of any way, shape, form, or fashion. So
maybe her son is the person who's controlling this beast and he doesn't know what to do right now.
But as you can see right here, this is the website, the sign up. We had a screenshot of it, so we
which I did send in to be a beta tester. I haven't heard back yet. Well, I couldn't log in anyway if I could. But I mean, I give her a E for effort.
We'll see.
I mean, anybody trying to take over, the big guy,
Yeah, I mean, Google Plus is trying to do it, so
you got to root for the underdog. But this,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, if they do get back to me, I'll let you know what happens with it here.
Okay, so for our next story, actually, this was kind of cool. We saw this yesterday, day before. Any type of home automation things, I would love. Yes. I would love for my car to be automatic. Well, it is automatic.
I just want to go home, put my iPod in a dock in the house, and just everything I do turns on.
Yeah, it would be great. So home automation is in the future. It's somewhere down the line. But you talked about this also just before we got started. But Nest.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about this. This has a little bit to do with home automation. So can you tell us anything?
Well, they claim is the learning thermostat, which we all know thermostats. You get cold, you turn up the heat. You get hot, you turn on the air conditioning.
Right.
And that's pretty much it. I mean, now they've got programmable thermostats, remote controlled thermostats, which that's what I wanted before I saw this. This is a learning thermostat. What it does is it recognizes your patterns.
Right.
And it gets to a point where it takes care of itself.
Oh, nice.
You don't have to touch this thermostat. For a week, if you set Monday, I leave the house, I want it on 75. When I get home at 5, I want it on 68.
Right.
You do that for each week or each day, and Tuesday I want it on 80, and I come home, I want it on 60.
That's kind of hot, but okay.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, each day you can do it differently.
Right.
And it learns. And that next week, you don't have to touch it. It's going to automatically set your temps the way you want it. Also, it's got a leaf on it, which I'm pointing at my computer that you can't see.
You'll see the leaf right here on the...
This leaf right here tells you that...
You'll see it down here at the bottom.
You are saving energy. You like it at 70. So, say you set it to 72. It's going to tell you, hey, you know what? You can't tell the difference in 2 degrees. But you're saving like 10 to 15% on your electric bill because you've turned the thermostat up.
Right.
To save energy. So it's letting you know, hey, you're saving energy right now and you're saving money.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
The one thing I did like about this was reading the background. I didn't get all into the details, but can you tell us who came up with the idea? Maybe not. But the guy who came up with the iPod.
Yeah, I forgot his name. I was thinking his name.
I'm not worried about the name. We'll put it up here. But anyway, the guy who came up with the iPod is the guy who has designed this.
Yes.
This is not an Apple product. This is not an Apple subsidiary or anything like that. This is their own thing.
It's got Apple tendencies.
It does. It does have that design look to it. So, I mean, you can see there. You can go to the website here, nest.com, check out all the details.
Also, Wi-Fi is in this device, so it can tell the weather outside as well.
I was going to ask, what is the Wi-Fi for? That's pretty cool. I like that. So it has maybe like a weather. How does the inside, is it touch screen or exactly how does that work?
Yeah, well, I don't have one, but the screen itself is a touch screen.
Okay.
Like the same glass that
Gorilla Glass.
Yeah, that you use for your Apple. But the thermostat, he wanted it a more comfortable position. You know, most thermostats now we gotta tap a button. He's like the old school. I'm gonna turn it down. I'm gonna turn it up.
Volume up, volume down.
Yep.
Okay. I like it. I like it. We'll see what happens.
And the whole the front is all touchscreen.
Okay. We think Alan may have one in the future. He was very excited about it.
I almost pre-ordered one last night. There will be one in my house.
All right, for the last story this week, we wanted to hit on something that was more
They're pre-ordering now, nest.com, $250. That's not bad for something that will just take care of all your thermostat and
that's a one-time. That's a one-time purchase. Not
you own it.
Okay.
That's
Anyway, for our last story this week, I want to hit something more on my side of things, where my degree and things like that, my security, but still on the technical side of things. Amped Wireless has announced, get this, high-power Wi-Fi solutions, as you see there on the screen. Now get this. This is a wireless router. You can also buy their wireless repeater and their USB adapter and things like that. But if you look at it, it doesn't look like much, but it just looks like any other standard, maybe antenna, radio, or whatever.
Yeah, it looks like my repeater I already have at home.
Exactly. And it has the same exact thing. You have here you have the internet coming in over your modem, and then your modem goes into your router, and then your router splits the signal over to your computer. You can see there. But the cool thing about this one is it does have power over Ethernet, so there's no need for power. If you have a router that will take that, you'll be able to power the router or the actual wireless access point. But the little green spot right here is what I'd like to focus in on. This little 3 green little section right here that you see here, that range, 1.5 miles.
Wow.
Miles. That is amazing. So as you're reading here, 1.5 miles. That is insane. What actually, I was talking to a friend of mine about this, actually the homeowner of our studio, told us, or as we were talking about it, he's like, 1.5 miles. He goes, how much is that thing? So we look it up, and it's $179. We'll round up to $200. Not bad for a mile and a half.
No.
You basically create your own wireless network in a large area. He said, buy one right now. It's already on its way. So what we're going to do in the future is, I don't know if we'll be able to film it or not, but we will test one hopefully. He has a stoplight that is exactly 1 mile away from the house. So that stoplight that we get in when we come in here, 1 mile away. So what we're going to do in the future is, once it gets here, we will test it out and see how far we can actually go, because there's a Best Buy less than a mile away as well. So we don't know if it's a directional antenna where it all goes, in one direction, or if it's like an omnidirectional, where it's 1.5 miles in circle,
or the interference of other
line of sight. There's all sorts of things that go with a wireless router. He may have to get it on a pole and stick it up at the top of his house. We don't know. We're going to test a lot of things out. But yeah, we've got one coming. So, but that is just amazingly awesome, because not only do you have 1.5 mile access point, you can take a repeater near the end of that 1.5 miles and push it out more.
Yeah.
So that is awesome. So I'm thinking there's some business in this somewhere in the line. So we're going to see what happens in the future. But amazing to see a 1.5 mile router. That is just amazing, because you would never have a dead spot.
What was it? $175?
$179.
$180. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, $179.99 as you see there, and you can buy now. We already purchased one. It's on its way via FedEx, so we'll see what happens in the near future. we'll test it out and see what things. But other than that, I think that's all we had this week.
Yep.
Anything else?
No.
All right. Make sure you follow us online. We got 4 different places you can follow us. I'll do the first 2. Twitter.com. It's at txtNationTV. You can follow us on our website, txtNation.tv.
Facebook.com/txtNationTV.
Finally.
And txtNation.tv.
Actually, YouTube.com was the last
YouTube.
one. But anyway, you can follow us online. Yeah, YouTube.com/txtNationTV. Make sure you comment below. Let us know how we're doing. We would like to have more views and see if we can. I actually got a chance to monetize our views. So now we could have ads in the future in some of our episodes, but we'll see how it goes.
Ads.
All right.
Some thinkers don't like ads.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you again for episode 22. Just to let you know, I am actually within the next hour leaving to go out of town. I will be out of the country for the next week and a day. Alan will be shooting by himself next week, hopefully. Is that right?
God help us.
I'm going to show him real quick how to do some quick edits. He should be fine. But we should stay on a weekly basis, hopefully.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't miss anything. Alan should take over next week by himself, and I'll be back in 2 weeks. So thanks for watching. We'll see you again.
If you create a new folder,
Okay.
and you move newsstand, as soon as the new folder is being created, you can get rid of the newsstand.
All right. So let's see if we can do this.
Well, not get rid of it, but put it in a new folder.
You can't. It won't drag. Hold on.
What if you move a little closer?
Okay. Let's try that. Maybe over here. Wait. Nope.
Got it.
Sweet.